Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're focusing on trap music and more in particular trap tricks and tips. So what I've done is created this mini trap drop inside of Ableton here, and we're just going to go through, reverse engineer it, and I'll pull out the tips and tricks and show you them, and hopefully you can use them in your own tracks to take them to like the next level or whatever. Alright, let's have a little listen of this mini trap drop. Since it's nearly Christmas, I was planning to wear a Santa hat in this video, but the Santa hat I have is way too impractical and too long, and it just wasn't working, guys. It's so massive. No. Alright, let's dive into the leads. We've just got like a simple serum patch. If you want to download it, the link will be in the description. It's part of our 2018 Advent pack. The effects really make it shine. And the formula I use for like trap leads is EQ, make sure you're cutting out the low end, reverb, and then OTT. The OTT is essential, or compression right at the end, doesn't have to be OTT. And what the compression or OTT does after the reverb is help bring up the reverb sound in between the notes that aren't playing. So there's still sound and reverb in between the notes when the notes aren't necessarily playing. I hope I explained that right. And then for another layer of the leads, I've just got the same EQ, reverb, OTT, but I've got a vocal one shot instead, just going through simpler. Help gives it a little bit more character, so pair it up with the main lead. And then the last layer is just another instance of this main lead that we've got here, but it's an octave down and with a little bit of different effects on it. Which is just a chorus, erosion, and then that classic OTT right at the end. So these three together sound like this. Nice thick layered sound for the trap lead. Moving on to this unusual track right here. It's adding kind of like a blurred, reverby effect in between. And what this effect does, it helps like motion. I'm about to ramble some bullshit here. It adds flow and movement up into the next note, if that makes sense. It wasn't too bullshitty. I'm going to quickly teach you how to make this effect. So load up a new audio track. Make sure your I/O is selected, inputs and outputs, and change it to resampling. Click N, record enable, and then what kind of track do we... Should we just do it for the main lead? So we'll solo the main lead, and then hit record. Stop recording, change this to auto, and it's just recorded our main lead into audio. But then again, it's going through those effects as well, so we should probably turn that down. Chop up the lead, so when the notes are playing, we don't want any of this happening. Like so. Yep, and let's go there. And now we can reverse these. So we've got the reverb, and we're just like reversing the reverb in, and then insert my explanation before about motioning the flow and shit. And then add some fades, and then let's hear how that sounds. Like I said before, it just adds a little bit more reverb and flow. And yeah, we could probably like strip away that low end as well. Typical theme of this trap lead. We'll mute our old one and then listen to this overall and see how it sounds. You can just hear in the background. It just adds to the flow and sounds sick, and yeah, ratings 10 out of 10. And then the last thing to make up this chunky lead layer is some transients. So they're gonna sound pretty ridiculous. Sounds like a woodpecker on someone's door. The reason why we do this is to add just a little bit more punch to the lead. So I'll play the lead with and without. So that's without. It just adds more punch to every single note that comes through. It's just a really helpful thing overall. So we'll take a hard hitting snare like so. That's definitely a hard hitting snare. And then we're just gonna edit this, trim the edge. Anyone like a very short sound. So keep editing that and then just add a fade right here. So like only the transients coming through. Then once you've done that, you can Command J or Control J possibly. Consolidate that into its own audio clip. Then copy and paste along with the notes to your lead. So there's another one there, there. We should have something like this, which is really annoying. And then what is our trend? EQ out the low end. That is clipping. Let's turn that down. And what do we do here? We added a little bit of overdrive as well. We can add some overdrive to this. We'll turn this old one off, and then we'll hear the new one. Alright, that sounds pretty weird, but with the lead. just adds so much punch to it. Like, the lead is just plucky and punchy. Now it's every descriptive word you want to describe your trap leads with. That basically just covers the lead, and then group compress it together, add like a little overdrive for some flair. Up to you whether you like the overdrive sound or not. I kind of dig it, so. Like it's going through a guitar amp, or it's just got like a weird sound to it, so I'm pretty keen on that sonic quality. Oh, big guy, busted out the big words. So yeah, that's leads done. Moving on to drums. I don't need to explain much here, it's just like a basic trap beat, kick, 808, snare, and then hi-hats on the optional. But what I will explain is the relationship between the 808 and the kick drum. So instead of just layering out like a normal 808, I mean, that sounds right, but it could use a little bit more punch. So just drag in another kick drum to layer on top of your 808s. Doesn't have to be a long kick drum. In fact, the punchier and the shorter, the better. Actually, that depends on your style, really. But this is kind of what I think suits for this track. Then you have a look at the big bulk of the sound, which is like around here. And then you introduce a fade on the 808 and then around the bulk of the other kick drum. So with trap, if you want that really tight kick and 808, I think the fades are the best way to do it. The 808 just ducks in volume whenever that kick comes punching through. And another thing which I will mention in this 808 is, you might have picked it up, it's got like a pitch bend to it. So that's easy enough to do with an 808. All you have to do is make sure warp is on. I like to go with tones for like screwing with the pitch of the 808. Make sure this is selected, clip, and then transposition modulation, which is just like a big fancy word for pitch. And you should just see the stock red line here, and we can like draw automation on it by like clicking and holding points. By doing like little pitch drops right before another 808 comes in, it just adds like, oh, here we go again. It's part of the flow, ladies and gents. So you can do these little pitch drops or pitch rises whenever you want. Remember, select the sample, make sure warp's on, complex or tones or whatever. Make sure this is selected, and then clip, then transposition modulation. Let's hear a pitch right at the start. And for the drums overall, like we did with the leads, we're gonna group compress them all together so they just gel and blend and glue. Holy shit, they glue. Right, two more things to go. We have the down sweep. Why do you need to add down sweeps in trap? Well, it just sounds a little bit emptier without it. I want to use the word again. Guys, it just adds to the flow. It just adds to the momentum and the movement of the track. It's fucking flowy. So yeah, 10 out of 10 would recommend layering like specific snares and claps with down sweeps or effect, just to how fucking add to the flow. No! Alright, the final tips and tricks for this trap track, oh I said it right, is the classic siren in the background. It's easy enough to make, I'll show you in like 3 seconds. Actually, that's got a little bit too much low end. Low end's reserved for the 808, guys. There we go, EQ3, simple fix. Scientists has just been working around the clock year after year to kind of like figure out why sirens work so well with trap music. Nobody knows. It just works. It just works. So not all trap tracks have it, but like it just works. And that's the flow. So if you don't have like a siren lying around, I'll show you what I did real quick. I took this riser, and notice how it's a fucking long riser, right? I think it's 8 bars. Obviously this sound is more shorter, it's more high pitched. So you can just take a riser, make sure warp mode is selected, change that to complex, and then see these little 2s right here? It's half the original tempo, and that's double the original tempo. So we kind of want to half it, and then we want to half it again, and then we want to half it one more time. So 6-bit tempo is 18 BPM. So now the riser is playing for a solid bar. Repeats itself. So we can just edit that there. And then we want this higher end, so we're just gonna edit this here and delete the start. So we have this. Kind of risery. And then introduce a fade on either edge like so. Make sure the clip isn't kind of like clicking whenever it runs out. And then we'll take the pitch and we'll just crank it. What do I have here? 19, 18. So it's just sounding really annoying at the moment. We're gonna edit out that low end. And then add the classic reverb. Instant siren. Yeah, that's it. Those are my tips and tricks for trap music. Quick recap. Leads, make sure you've got quite a few layers going on. A vocal chop layer definitely helps. It adds to that classic trap sound. And of course, remember what we did with the snare. We turned that into like a sharp as transient. Playing whenever a note plays. And we also did the reverse reverb resampling trick. Just to add to the flow, ladies and gentlemen. And then of course, group compress that together. Drums, nothing really fancy here, but making sure the kick and the 808 relationship is nice and healthy. So whenever the kick punches through, the 808 ducks in volume. And then we also have some classic pitch automation, roll off 808 droppy things, whatever you want to call them, to just give the drums a bit more movement. Then the effects, nothing special really, just like layered on top of specific elements in the trap drop. Particularly the clap, just to it's like an exhale effect almost. And then lastly is the classic Siren, which we made from a simple riser, and then just shortened the shit out of it, and put some reverb and EQ'd the low end out of it, and then blended it back into the mix. Trap Essentials 101 with Antidote Audio. And then you have it. Those are my trap drop. Oh, fuck's sake, here we go again. Trap, drop, tip. No, it's trap, top. So hopefully you learned a thing or two. If you did, help out by leaving a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. So anyway, have a great Christmas if you celebrate it, or have a happy holidays. Cue festive outro. Peace.